Hello and welcome to another video review, this time about a hunting riflescope from Leupold, the VX-5HD 2-10x42. Leupold is a very well known company which is located in Beaverton in Oregon, USA, and the history of the company goes back to 1907. From the beginning it is still family owned and now already operated by the 5th generation of the Leupold family. The Leupold company is also the oldest sports optics manufacturer in the United States. The riflescope I have here now is the VX-5HD with the magnification from 2 to 10 by 42, and it was introduced in 2018 as a short to medium range hunting riflescope. In my opinion, also perfect suitable for stalking and mountain hunting, but also a bit for lower light hunting because of the 42mm objective lens. Of course, it is not as good like the 56mm objective lens in the dark, but I think it is still usable when the sun goes down, at least for a couple of minutes. The VX-5HD series of riflescopes come all with the 5x zoom factor magnification, and currently there are 6 models available: the 1 to 5 by 24, 2 to 10 by 42, 3 to 15 by 44, 3 to 15 by 56, 4 to 20 by 52, and the biggest model 7 to 35 by 56. Only the biggest 2 models, so 4 to 20 and 7 to 35, have a bigger main tube diameter, which is 34mm, and all others have a 30mm main tube diameter body. Now, if I start with the housing description, first of all, as you can see here, the entire scope is made out of metal, so there are no rubberized parts anywhere on the scope except on the illuminated version, the small button which is located here. Everything else is made completely out of metal with no rubberized parts. The scope features a European style eyepiece, so only this part rotates here, and it is quite stiff, which I personally prefer, so you cannot make or you cannot accidentally change the setting when you carry the rifle around. And yeah, the setting stays on the place without moving. This is perfect in my opinion. Then if we go further to the magnification ring, it has a really nice texture, so you have a perfect grip when using the scope. The magnification ring features also a small throw lever on the ring, but additional throw lever is included in the box, so you can now have an even better grip of the magnification ring, and you are also much faster when you want to change the magnification. The main tube diameter, as I said, is 30mm, and the objective diameter or the lens is 42mm, and the outside diameter of the objective is 51mm. Because of the magnification from 2 to 10, I would say this riflescope is also perfectly suitable to use with clip-on night vision or thermal attachments. Because of the small magnification, you can use the entire field of view or of your clip-on device. Because of that, I think the low magnifications are perfect. The entire scope is shockproof for all hunting calibers, so you can use it even on the strongest recoiling calibers on the market. The temperature range It's not stated from Leupold, but they claim they tested the scopes in extreme conditions, so big or low degrees or cold degrees, and also up to plus many degrees Celsius. The entire scope is nitrogen purged, so the scope will not fog internally if it is used in very cold environment, and it is also waterproof. The size of the scope is 320 millimeters in length, and it is very lightweight with only 530 grams. So it is a really lightweight riflescope. The scope is, like all other riflescopes from Leupold, designed, machined and assembled in the United States, and it comes with a 10 years warranty. The price point is from 1,370 euros approximately to 1,470 euros, and this depends if you choose the illuminated version or without illumination. The reticle is positioned in the second focal plane, and only one reticle is currently available with this scope, which is the duplex reticle. It is available, of course, not illuminated, and also with illumination, which features fiber optic illumination. So the illumination is very bright, and it is easily usable also during the daytime. The illumination features an automatic turn off feature, so the device or the riflescope deactivates the illumination or reticle illumination automatically off after 5 minutes of inactivity, and as soon as the scope detects any movement, the illumination turns automatically on back on the same intensity setting that you had preset or set before it's turned off. This turn off feature is called motion sensor technology by Leupold, and it is available, I think, in almost all illuminated riflescope from Leupold. There are all in all 7 intensity settings, and as I said, on the strongest settings they are easily daytime bright. For the illumination, you just have to push the button here on the side. You just have to go up, then the reticle starts to flash, and then when you push further, the intensity goes back down. And the same is on the lowest setting. Again, the reticle flashes and then goes back on. For the illumination, there is only one CR2032 battery inside, and with the automatic turn off feature, I think the battery should last for a really long time. As you probably see, this scope was already used, that's why it has a few dents and scratches all around. Now the turrets. The elevation turret is the patented zero lock turret, which features this small button here, which locks the turret in place when it is on the 0 position. And I have to say, these are one of my favorite turrets on the market, especially for hunting riflescopes. I think these are perfect because you can just go back when you make your dial, and it automatically stops at the 0 and locks the turret in place. So even if you use the scope in the night time with a clip-on attachment, you don't have to worry about that the turret moves accidentally or that you are not on the 0. You just have to try when the turret is locked, you are 100% on the 0. The clicks on the turret are 1/4 MOA, and in one turn of the elevation turret the adjustment goes up for 20 MOA. All in all, there are two entire revolutions available, so 40 MOA on the turret, but the internal adjustment range of the scope is 70 MOA or 204 centimeters at 100 meters. The same is with the Windage Turret. Of the internal adjustment is the same, so 70 MOA or 204 centimeters. The turret features also a turn indicator, so immediately when the turret comes to the second revolution, this button disappears inside the turret, which indicates that the turret is now in the second revolution, and you have to look now for the numbers on top, not on the bottom anymore. So this is really perfectly made in my opinion, and as I said, one of the best turrets on the market. Now if I go back, you can immediately see it locks immediately in place. Now for the zeroing, let's say this is now my zero, then I just have to loosen the screws on top of the elevation turret and just rotate the turret back to the zero. It also locks in place, but you will not feel any clicks when you do so. When you come back to the zero, you just have to tighten the 3 screws back in, and the turret is already set. So really easy to do and very quickly also. Now for the Windage Turret, it is capped with a aluminum cap, and under it is a plastic turret which has also 20 MOA per turn, and this one is a multi-turn turret, so you can make multiple revolutions on the turret without so you have no zero stop or any yeah, you can just make more revolutions with the turret. This turret is also resettable, so when you make your adjustment you can just go pull it off, then it is free rotatable, and you just have to push it back down so that the zero is facing forwards. And like this also your windage is already set, so really easy and very fast to do so. Okay. The clicks itself, and with both turrets, as you can hear, are very tactile, especially for a hunting scope, and the clicks feel also really nice. So like this. Okay, now if I go further to the optical performance, the magnification, as I said, from 2 to 10, and it features a 40mm objective lens, 42. So the zoom factor is 5 times, and the parallax is fixed in this Riflescope at 150 yards or 137 meters. It is different than most other manufacturers do, but I think because of the lower magnifications, it is not so important in my opinion if it is 100 or 150 yards. Field of view at 2 times magnification is 18.8 meters at 100 meters, and on the biggest magnification it's 3.8 meters at 100 meters. So especially on the smallest magnification the field of view is very big, and as I previously said, because of that it is perfectly suitable for night vision and thermal attachments, so you can see the entire field of view also during the night, so the entire field of view of what your front attachment is offering. The scope has no tunneling effect, and the eye relief of the scope is from 94 to 96 millimeters, and I have to say it is very forgiving on all magnifications, so you can really move around or away and further to the scope and you still have a really nice picture. Also the eye box of the scope is also very good, so you can also move around with your head behind the scope and you will still have a nice picture when you look through the scope. Now for the optical properties, it is very good optically, in my opinion. The optical performance is great. The image is very crisp, the color accuracy also spot on, but only on the 2x magnification, on the edge, the image is a little bit blurry. It is not much, it is really just a little bit, and when you go up with the magnification up to 2.5 times, the blurriness on the edge already disappears. So it is really only below 2.5 times magnification, but this blurriness in my opinion is not important at all, but because I think field of view is more important than a little bit blurry image on the side. So you can immediately, with a bigger field of view, you can faster engage your target or see your target. Now what is in the box I unfortunately cannot see, or I cannot show you, because as you can probably see, this scope is already used. You see already a few dents and scratches on the scope, so I do not have the entire content, what is everything with the scope, but I think manual scope covers, additional throw lever, and I think that's it. Now for a short summary. First of all, the positives, what I like of on the scope. First of all, the elevation turret. This low profile zero lock turret is perfect in my opinion, and one of the best on the market. Then the weight of the scope, with 530 grams, it is a really lightweight scope. Then I like that the scope is available illuminated or not illuminated, and if you don't need illumination, that you can also save 100 euros. And for the illuminated version, I really like that it has this fiber optic illumination, so it is very bright for daytime use. Now, where do I see room for improvements? First of all, on the Windage Turret, I don't like this rubber here, or this gasket, or I don't know how I should call this, but it is just put under this cap. I think this could be made differently, so that it would not be so that you cannot lose it when you take the cover down, and it would be aesthetically more appealing, in my opinion. And the second thing is, for a premium hunting rifle scope from Leupold, I think the Windage Turret could also be made of aluminum and a little bit differently, so you would not have this wobbling of the turret. Overall, I think this is a very universal rifle scope, perfect suitable for stalking and mountain hunting, and to a given extent, I think because of the 2x magnification, also for driven hunting and raised height hunting. Of course, there are more specialized scopes for this purpose, but I think with these magnifications you can use it also for these kinds of hunts. For a lightweight rifle, I think this is a really nice and good option. Okay, this was a short video review of the Leupold VX-5HD 2-10x42. If you have any additional questions, click the link below, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.